Hi, how's everyone doing today? Welcome back to Tarot Oracle and Runes. Today, our main energy for this reading is abundance. There is prosperity, abundance, and joy headed your way. That's the main energy for today. I am picking up on some kind of maybe you're doubting this, like maybe in past situations of family, friends, partners, co-workers have not always been supportive in things that you've planned or tried to bring about, and you may have some kind of self-doubt in the back of your mind that you don't really deserve abundance. So maybe you are having doubts of self-worth, and this card is here to tell you that you should believe, you should have faith and trust in yourself and believe, really truly believe, that you deserve whatever abundance the universe has to offer. In whatever way that you're stepping forth to shine your light, be the person you came here to be, this is the time for all this future energy that's coming in to reach you and for you to enjoy it. So if you have any kind of self-doubt that's in the past, you need to, or in the back of your mind, you need to pull that out and you need to look at it. Bringing things to the surface, that any kind of feelings of doubt or feeling like you don't deserve something need to be brought out to the surface and examined, because everybody is here for a reason. Everybody deserves to have whatever abundance the universe has to offer. And there's more, we come from a past recent society of belief that, you have to work, 3 jobs and you have to save up all your money to have anything. Guys, it's just not true. It's a limiting belief that the more money you have, the more happiness you're going to have. Money doesn't create happiness. Okay. So you have to create your own abundance and believe that you deserve it. So if you've had any people in the past or parents or anything like that that has made you feel some kind of on a subconscious level that you don't deserve it, you do deserve it. You're here for a reason. So put those doubts aside, write them on a piece of paper, burn them, see yourself, believe first of all in your mind that you deserve all this abundance that's coming in. Second of all, do something physical behind the thought. Do an actual action. Write it down on a piece of paper and burn it. Okay? Because we have this warrior woman coming in. All right, this is the first card that came after the abundance. Have you answered your deepest calling? Whatever it is that you feel that you are here to do, this is the energy that is starting to come and embody you. You see all this light coming down from this gateway here, okay? This is this warrior woman energy that you are starting to tap into, okay? And I'm actually going to read y'all this card because it just feels like I want y'all to know exactly what this card says, okay? Let me see what page that was on, 56. So this is the Work Your Light deck, and I have been going back and really studying what the cards mean, and some of them I just feel like they need to be read. So Warrior Woman's talking about being here for a reason, that you're being called to bravely pave a path. Okay, maybe a path nobody else has ever done before. Okay, you're starting to tap into this energy, and you need to believe this about yourself. So living a heart and a soul-led life requires courage over fear, and sometimes taking that next step, being courageous and taking the next step past our fears is, something you sometimes just have to realize that you have. Because a lot of times fears are the gatekeepers to your greatest gifts. And the more resistance you have answering a call, the more important it is for your soul's growth. So you're here for a reason. Sometimes fear is an indication that you're facing the right path. What in front of you do you feel passionate about? Is there some type of group or some type of thing you want to do that really gets your heart racing, really gets you excited? Something you have a passion about. Maybe it's something you already have that's been something you do on the side that now should become your passion. How are you being called to step into that? Okay. Joan of Arc was known for her courage. And she said something along the lines of, I'm not afraid. I was born and made to do this. So the thing about courage that is not possible without fear. Anytime you want to be courageous about something, there's always some kind of fear of what will others think? How's this going to affect me? How am I going to look? But courage comes from living from your heart. Think of your fears as like opportunities to expand rather than the things that are holding you hostage. That way, if you look at your fears like that, even though it can feel uncomfortable, you know how we all get kind of shaky and feel, it's like, especially if you confront someone about something that they said or did, you kind of get the shakes, right? But you still do it. That is courage overcoming fear. That is, a sign that you're on the right track, especially if you're standing up for yourself or telling someone, I no longer believe this. Because we're in Pluto and Aquarius, and Pluto's about regeneration. Okay. And at the same time, there's also lots of towers breaking down, and it's going to be a slow and steady thing. So you were coming into this energy of being brave and courageous. Okay. So, and what is it you want to answer, or what is it you want to step up and be passionate about? And guys, you don't have to have a plan. There's not everyone's got a different strategic way of doing things. Maybe you need to be more strategic. What is it you want to see, or what is it you want to do that you're being called to do, that has something to do with your passion, or something that maybe you see a need that needs to be filled, but yet you're kind of worried about doing it. How will people think? Mom and dad are going to say, oh no, you've been doing this for 20 years. You got to do this now, or you got to keep doing this. And you're like, no, but this is what I want to do. Take courage and step forth into that. Whatever it is that you want to do, you're being called to set a path for, and maybe it's something nobody's ever done before. So how are you answering the call? Okay, there's lots of needs out there. Pluto and Aquarius is going to be making a lot of things change, fall apart. How do you want to even be part of that restructuring? Is there something you see in the job that you do, or something you're being called to do that has nothing to do with your job that you're passionate about? So you need to step forward and figure out how to do it and how to share your voice about it. Sometimes though too, taking that courage, overcoming that fear, and stepping out. There's always going to be those that don't agree, okay? But they are the ones that should actually spur you to keep on going, okay? They've got this pyramid in the back of this where in her conscious mind, she's looking out onto how she wants to share her voice, right? Back in the Egyptian days, they believed in all kinds of things, right? That normally people don't even, we do talk about some of those things, but they had their own gods or goddesses or mythology, and they had no problem putting shrines, doing all the different things that they did, and they had no problem speaking about it. So if there's something that you feel like you need to speak about, maybe it's something, again, a passion of yours. Maybe it's something you see that really disgusts you and upsets you. Even if you're scared somebody's not going to agree, step up and say something about it. Whatever it is that you're passionate about and feeling called to do, again, it may be one of those out-of-the-way things that nobody else is talking about. Maybe it's something that you've seen, or you've had an experience of it, or you've seen other people in the experience of it, and you're like, and you go back and you do research on it, and the more you research, the more you find something that it touches something deep in your soul, that you would decide you're going to start speaking up about it. You start giving speeches, and that's a knee-knocking experience for you. So I see they're showing me somebody stepping up actually on a stage, and actually their knees are almost knocking, like Elvis Presley, and they've got a microphone in their hand, and they're talking about a past experience or something they saw. This kind of looks to me like something like a TEDx talk. Is there a TEDx talk in your future? So I'm seeing somebody on a stage talking about something that is really passionate, that they know a lot of people don't talk about. And the more you talk about it, and the more I see this growing for you, whoever this is. I think it's also, though, having something to do with this transformation that's going on. Things are changing at a cellular level. It's something you've maybe even healed from yourself, from your past childhood. Okay, it's some kind of trauma. And guys, one thing I love about this card is it has the Pluto on it. This is the sign of Pluto right here. Okay, this always makes me think of this Pluto and Aquarius. A lot of us are healing and transforming from traumas and dramas. Maybe there's some even things in your own personal past that maybe you suddenly remember as you're healing it, and you have to heal this. And it's one of those things that maybe it's even something in your lineage. Okay, because she's got this DNA thing here. It's also showing this expansion of these outer chakras behind her. I think this is the Soul Stars one, and I think this is the Stellar Gateway. So this healing you're getting, you're also being, your higher mind is also connected to these higher chakras, and this healing is coming in, maybe even some help from your ancestors. Okay, but whatever it is, it all there may be somebody actually in your past or someone in your family lineage that went through this thing of whatever it is that you're seeing that you start talking about. And you're now bringing it into the light because they've been waiting for you. They've been waiting for you to, I'm getting this feeling of waiting. Someone in your past ancestral history has been waiting for you to be the one to speak about this. Maybe it's even a past life of something that you dealt with. You know, sometimes in past lives we switch places, like your mom could have been your daughter at one time and then you were her mother. Maybe this is somewhere in a past life where you were the child of a parent. There's some kind of past life thing here going on too, I believe. Yeah, some kind of past life thing that's, I don't know, but anyway, you end up getting really passionate about it and start talking about it. You might even do some past life regression therapy. There's showing me somebody laying on a couch and doing some past life regression and finding out that this was something in their lineage too. Once you start delving deeper into it in the future, this is something, I'm getting 2 messages from this card. One of you're doing this deep healing presently, when you start talking about this, and then it's somewhere in the future you do some kind of past life regression. Guys, I've never done that, so I don't even know anything about it. But you figure out some things with this past life regression coach, something in your DNA, and you find out this thing you're passionate about is something actually in your lineage from many, many, many decades ago. Wow. Okay, so I've never had that kind of a message come through. Okay. Yeah. So now, in this card here, what would you do if you knew you were supported, using that courage? So they're saying this is a confirmation for someone that, yes, you're meant to do this. Look, she's still activated here. See all these energies above her head? Or all this activation? And this pathway that you're going to, they're saying you were destined for this. See this doorway here in the future? This is actually, sometimes they tell me to turn it around, guys. I don't know why. But this is like, trust your path, answer your call. It's almost like this card should have come first. They're saying this is like what's going on now, but this is actually the understanding of knowing that you're meant to go through this doorway. Does that make sense? I hate when I don't hate it, but it always feels kind of strange when I get the first card and then when I get to the end card, all of a sudden I get this reverse it. They'll tell me to reverse it. They did it with my runes one time. I did a whole reading on my runes and they said, well, now you need to turn it around. And I went, what? It worked from the back to the front. This one's working from the back to the front and then going. So take that if there's some kind of energy here that's working kind of backwards in a way to you, if it feels like that to you, know that this is a confirmation. This is a confirmation for somebody. Because they're saying, it's like this is the answer to this here. Guys, take it how you want, okay? So, but this is, you are meant to go this way. I'm starting to get the shakes again. Okay, so I got a couple of very clear messages about someone. This is a confirmation for someone here. For others of you, it might be that this is the energy coming in. Take it how it resonates for you. Okay, so just to give y'all some more guidance, I took the Trust Your Path card and I said, so what, on trusting your path, if you want to know that you would be supported, what would you do? Okay, so I asked, well, what should you do? So the first thing they said is to clear up this energy, align your path. Anything that you're feeling called to do, whatever it is that is some of those minor things like certain people, places, whatever it is that's not being supportive. If you've got friends around you that aren't being supportive, it's time to walk away from them. Just not spend as much time with them. Okay, because their energy is messing with your energy. See how she's got all these pieces out of here? Okay, so you're pulling all this together. Okay, this is how you need to make your path more streamlined. Anything that needs to change, anyone that needs to go, they just need to go. Okay, maybe it's a job, maybe it's coworkers that, every time you see them, they always say something that just doesn't quite strike you right, and you just kind of like smile because you have to work with them. Especially if it's somebody that sits at a desk by the front door, you know what I mean? Whatever is not in alignment, whatever it is that needs to go. Maybe you need to declutter your house. Maybe you need to change up the route you even go to work or how you get to work. Okay, if you take one certain, you ride with one carpool, maybe there's another carpool you need to join instead. Something that's negative, all the negativity, all the things that are not aligning with the path you're now wanting to go on, those are the things you need to kick to the curb. All right, and the reason being is because it's starting to come together for you because you've been training for this for lifetimes. Okay, see all this. Again, there's got these higher chakras are all activated. Look, even past the and you're getting these messages from your higher conscious mind, from these other energies that you are connecting to. Okay, they're starting to come in, and you're starting to put it all in alignment. Okay, so you're actually not only figuring out what you need to do, you're taking action. All right, you're taking action and you're streamlining this because you're feeling extremely called to do whatever this is. Your higher chakras are lining up. You've got all this energy coming in, and you're starting to be balanced in a way that you did not know was possible. All right. You're also grounding with the earth. See the earth energies coming up here. The ground chakras, the earth chakra, the Gaia chakra. You're starting to align with everything that in your heart space you know is what you're meant to do. Okay, and it's getting the answering the calling, streamlining this for yourself is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You see how she's got these energies here, and it's coming to a point. Okay, you're getting all these messages from the universe. You're getting them from your angels, your ancestors, your higher conscious mind, and it's making sense to you. And whether you know it or not, on an energetic level, you are pulling this all together, and the universe is co-conspiring with you to create this for you. Okay, because there's something very important about this sharing your voice and getting this message out there with this transformational healing. Okay, so this might require you to go take more time alone to figure out, meditate, and pick up these messages that the universe is bringing to you. It's going to take a little bit of time, I feel like, but getting off the treadmill is required to, align these things and listen to the messages that are coming through your heart chakra, your higher chakras, your angels, your ancestors. I feel like this really feels like a lot of ancestors from your lineage that are coming in to speak to you because of this DNA here. All right, and all these little energies she's got around you. They're always giving us messages. Your angels come in and your ears ring. You have a dream where you're talking to Great Aunt Bertha, and she gives you a message and says, "Yes, you are the one that's supposed to do this." Or you get some kind of a message on the astral level, and you maybe not consciously remember it, but going through your waking life. Your waking every day-to-day life, the message is because your higher conscious mind picks up everything. So, your subconscious and your higher self picks up all these messages that you get. And that's where, and then you realize on a conscious level, that's where more stuff even comes in. Because it starts being grounded in your everyday life because you understand it. Or you pick it up in some sort of way. And this is by tuning into the inner temple of your heart. Okay, where you're meditating and you are just being silent, listening to them for the messages, and they're coming in. And guys, this for me is a very special symbol because I saw this literally rings around the sun with all the angels coming in like 3 years ago. And then right after I moved to California, I got that symbol again where I was at. Actually, I got them quite a few times, but I only took one picture of that one day. But this is a ring around the sun. And this has become like my personal symbol, meaning success, meaning the 4 quarters, meaning being where I'm supposed to be. So you were going to find out, too, that you are where you're supposed to be. All these messages are coming in, and you are getting this warrior woman energy and all this abundance and all this energy of the Pluto and Aquarius coming in that is changing you. All right? So I also decided to use the Cosmic Oracle deck and ask for, I asked specifically, what else extra advice can you give? So the first thing I got was speak up and speak out. And it goes right along with this, share your voice. Let your voice be heard loud and clear. Okay? You are here during this time. This is Pluto and Aquarius. And I read this somewhere and I found it to be true. There's a reason why all of us are here at this particular time. Of being consciously aware of this lifetime because it's something we're supposed to do. There's healers, seers, mystics, psychic mediums, those with psychic abilities, those that are able to pick up on energies, get messages for specific people in whatever way, or even those that are meant to be activists are actually meant to step up and bring a worthy cause to the attention of the masses. Whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, you are now here at this time. I don't care how old you are. Well, those of you that are at least old enough to be able to make your own choices, I guess 18 and above or whatever. And going forth, even if it's, you're now retired and you find out, maybe you've decided to do volunteer work and you don't like the way things are working at the place, and you decide saying, hey, well, wouldn't this be better if we did it this way? And people tell you, oh, we've always done it this way. Well, maybe it's time for a change. You start speaking up and speaking out, even if you get the shakes and you're shaking like a bat out of hell. Let your voice be loud and clear. You are meant to make a splash and make a difference. Okay? Let your feelings out. All of them, even the ones that scare you. Guys, I live where there are quite a few different parks and forest areas where I could go stand in the middle of one and scream at the top of my lungs. Nobody would hear me. Okay? So, if there's anything that's aggravating you, write it down. Scream about it. I don't know if anyone remembers the old show 30-something, where the two gals went to the end of their local airport, and every time a plane went over, they'd say, okay, let's get rid of this. And they say, let's this makes us unhappy, and let's let this one out. So they actually literally were sitting on the hood of the car. Every time a plane takes off at the end of the airport, they scream, I'm letting go up! And then they scream at the top of their lungs. Do you need to do that? Do you need to go in the middle of the woods and scream about something that's irritating you to get it off your chest? So let all your feelings out. All of them. Even the ones that scare you. Okay? Last message. Say goodbye to your past. Is there any baggage you need to get rid of? This is, again, aligning right here. This align your life. Leave the baggage behind for good. If there's something you still feel bad about, something you did, just say, you know what? That was a long time ago. I'm going to write it down on a piece of paper. I'm going to burn it. And I'm just letting that go. Maybe even physically meditate and actually see yourself redoing that stupid thing you did and watching your new self, today's self, walking away from it. Okay? Maybe you make like a snapshot of it in your head and then see yourself physically walking away from it. I'm leaving this here, and then just let it go. Burn it. Send it up to the universe, and one of those black bubbles, let the universe heal it for you. Okay? Oh, excuse me. Anything that is that you feel bad about, or even the things that you should have done that you didn't do, or you feel like you should have done. You still made a choice, right? Everything regards a choice. Leave it all behind. Step out of all the negativity, anything from the past. Start today with a new slate. Sit down, on a piece of paper and draw a figure of yourself and say, this is me, brand new slate on a white piece of paper, and I'm now going forth with all this baggage gone. None of it left. Okay? Because I have all these new things coming in. All right? So that is the warrior woman energy that is coming in. That is saying, take some of these internal things, turn them around, and look through and see how you are going to now step up and be the person you're meant to be. Okay? So guys, this is your message today. Until next time, love and light. Lighthouse.